Congratulations, Khushhali, for securing All India rank 61 in UPSC CSE 2023. And you have put so much effort this year. You have got a very high rank. And I'm sure you are going to get a service of your choice. So, so tell us how you're feeling about it.
Thank you, sir, for your wishes. And I'm feeling very elated because after 3 to 4 years of hard work, I've been able to achieve what I always wanted. And now this is the first step, and I'll be building my whole journey on it now.
Oh, that's great. So, how has been your association with Lukmaan IAS? So, like you have attended the public administration test series last year also, this year also. So, tell us about the public admin test series, how it helped you in your preparation of the optional subject.
Yes, sir. Lukman's IAS public administration test series has been of great help because the way Ansari sir used to discuss each and every answer in detail, and he used to provide what should be the introduction body, the conclusion, and how to relate the question and the answer together, how to write some aspects of introduction regarding the, let's say, whatever is asked in the question. So after giving a brief intro, then directly hitting what has been asked in the question, all this kind of strategy has been told by Ansari sir in his videos. And they were very extensive, around 5 hours videos used to be there for a 3 hour test. And that's why they were very useful. Even the model answers that were provided. So I used to make my notes out of those model answers because sometimes it happens when we are doing the foundation course. Let's say some other institutes, so some things are missed out, but the questions which were asked in the test series, they are extensive and they cover all of the topics because I've been joining it for last 2 to 3 years. And that's why all the topics which were even remaining in my foundation course were covered by these test series.
All right. And so how was the copy evaluated? I mean, like copy evaluation standards and all. So I have had an opportunity to interact with Ansari sir to know about that, like, he is evaluating many copies of people. I mean, like who are writing timely. So like, it seems you have been also writing the copies on a timely manner. So how did you find the copy evaluation part and how the remarks helped you, let's say, in strategizing your preparation of the optional subject?
Yes, sir. So many of my copies have been checked by Ansari sir himself. And at one point of time, even after writing 6 to 7 tests, I was getting the same remark. So at that point of time, I asked sir, I mailed him, I called him, I asked that, so please explain me what this remark actually means. And then he explained it because that remark was very standard remark that you are not following the intro body conclusion thing. And I thought that I am writing all of this, like what is the exact thing that sir wants? So I mailed him and then he explained that, okay, I want this from your answer. And then eventually I wrote that thing in my final answers because पहले सर आई वाज नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि सर चाह क्या रहे हैं मुझसे, तो बिकॉज प्रोबेबली आई हैव नॉट डन द फाउंडेशन कोर्स देयर, तो मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा था यार कि सर चाहते क्या है. जब समझ आ गया तो आई इम्प्रूव्ड इट, मेरे मार्क्स इम्प्रूव हो गए, एवरीथिंग वाज डूइंग गुड सर. सो द कॉपी वैल्यूएशन पार्ट आई लाइक्ड इट.
All right. So overall, if we talk about public administration as an optional subject, so like what inspired you to choose this subject and how you think that this subject helps people in, let's say, before the services or after they go into the services?
So in 2020, I decided that I should take this optional, and at that time, even the top ranker was from public administration. So that was a push factor. Secondly, I saw the syllabus. It was very much overlapping with GS2 and some parts of GS4. So I thought that the portion for GS would be reduced because PubAd everything would be covered extensively. And secondly, the services that we are aspiring to get into, it requires the knowledge of public administration. So that's why I decided to choose the subject.
So, Khushhali, like I would like to interact with you a little bit more on public administration aspect. So, like, how did you see the change in trend in public administration? I mean, like you appeared in the past also, you appeared this year as well. So, do you see any change in pattern of the examination?
Sir, I find that the topics from chapter 1, the questions on it, they have increased. Like the NPM, the NPS, or the new public, the value, the NPV approach. These things have increased. Initially, what I found was that the more was asked from the thinkers. But now they are focusing on chapter 1 more. And this was also told by Ansari sir in one of the videos, and I found it to be correct when I saw the paper. So I think there's a change. And secondly, in paper two, the things from contemporary times are being asked. And I also wrote the examples of the current relevance, like the questions on governor or speaker's role or the finance commission. These are very contemporary. They're always in news. So those kind of questions, they have increased, is what I analyzed there.
Okay. And so when we talk about public administration, right? So what was your preparation strategy for paper one and paper two? Which paper you felt more easy and which paper you felt difficult?
So the preparation strategy in that I followed the basic books like Prasad and Prasad, Aribam Sir's book and Mohit Bhattacharya. And after reading them, I made my own notes, and then after that, I used to see the PYQs and I used to check if I'm able to do the PYQs and if I'm able to interpret them. And there was a time when I didn't even understand what has been asked in the question. And at that time, when I joined the test series, then the questions that were asked in the test series, they were also very hard to interpret. And but when sir used to take the lectures, the videos of the analysis part, then my mind got opened. Like, okay, this is how one should interpret the question when Ansari sir used to discuss them. So the mind was trained for difficult questions. And that's why with this help of the test series, I was able to interpret well in the exam also. And paper two, I found was to be much easier as compared to paper one because paper two had this contemporary aspect. I had the problem in interpretation in paper one, that's why comparatively lower marks. But in paper two, since the questions are very straightforward, so writing them and was kind of easy for me. And also, what helped was I used to write my own examples because I have rural area visits as my hobby in that. So those visits, those examples which I observed firsthand, those I used to write with the help of a case study in paper two. So I think that might have given me an edge there.
What were the parts of the discussion that you found, let's say, important or good?
So the main thing was interpretation of the question. As I said, I was very poor at it. So when Ansari sir used to explain it, that thing helped me. And secondly, the way of writing the answers about how the intro should be written and how the structuring of answer should be done. What should come first? What should come second? So this also I used to make huge mistakes, and Ansari sir helped me improve that. And then in the body, how should I write the answer? What flowcharts or diagrams or interconnections with paper 1, 2 should I include there? So that aspect of the discussion, and then in the conclusions are also used to give a way forward or probably mentioning some thinkers' names and all for giving the completeness to answer. So that was being taught by sir.
Okay, all right. So in the test series itself, the difficulty level of the question keeps on increasing as you move from test number one to, let's say, further test. So how have you been performing during the test series? I mean, like, were your marks increasing or it was similar or it was going down? I mean, like during the time when you were writing the test papers.
Yes, sir. So as I mentioned earlier that till test 6 or 7, I wasn't able to understand the comment which was made by Ansari sir. And when sir wrote in my test series that it's already the 7th test and you are not improving, so that hit me hard. And that time I was like, let me understand what is being actually demanded. So after that, when I incorporated it, my marks increased.
All right. So, like now, I would like to invite another faculty from our team, Lakshmikant Jaibhe sir. He's going to come and interact with you. He's a mentor for the ethics test series program, and also he's academic head of the institution. So I would like you to stay here, right? So I'm going to
Yes.
invite him, and he's going to come and interact with you. Thank you.
Good evening,
Hello,
sir.
Khushhali. Good evening. Once again, congratulations for securing All India Rank 61 in CSE 2023. And I can see that from your mark sheet that you have scored 136, right? Am I right? In ethics paper?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. I guess it is one of the highest marks in ethics paper. And yes, we would like to know your preparation strategy for ethics paper, first of all. Please tell students also from what kind of preparation you had, very let's say specific thing in detail. You can share the strategy for ethics paper, please.
Yes, sir. So the strategy for ethics paper was about how should I improve the marks from my last attempt. So on this, I built my strategy. I had got 100 marks in 2022, and now there was a 36 marks jump. So I think the 100 marks are achievable if we have done foundation course somewhere and if we know basic definitions and all. Earlier, even getting 100 marks was better for me because I had joined the test series at Lukmaan IAS, and the questions which were given, I didn't even know the basic definitions. But when those were discussed, and then I got to know, okay, these things also exist in syllabus. So that was the building part for me, and from that I got to know various definitions of things and all. So at least my foundation part was getting completed with the help of the test series. Now, what did I do to improve was earlier I did not write the basic keywords which are demanded in any ethics answer. So
Right.
this time, in every answer, I have written 3 to 4 keywords. For example, if there is a question on probity, so I write the related keywords like integrity, probity, and some like that, which are connected with the question, the demand of the question. So I write the point, then I write the relevant example. Earlier, I used to write just the example, so that was not useful. And that's why even I used to get low marks in the test series at Lukman
Right.
IAS, around 90 to 92.
Yes.
So I improved from that, and I then started writing the analysis first and then write its example and also make a flow chart or a diagram. Well, let's say the question is about emotional intelligence. Then I used to make a triangle and write the 3 points or 5 points about. So that kind of value addition was
Right.
the thing which I did in this attempt, sir.
Yes, you mentioned that you did join the Lukmaan IAS test series of ethics paper. And especially I have seen your copies also. I guess we have talked on phone for mentoring also. Exactly, I'm not remembering, but yes, I'm the mentor for ethics test series here. And I guide the students for ethics improvement. So I would like to share to the students also, and the copies are available at Lukmaan IAS website, Khushhali's copies for this ethics test series. And I could see there that the improvement from the first and second test that you used to get in 90s, and fourth and fifth test, I guess you have received 106, 107. And I tell students that if you get more than 100 marks in ethics test series, there will be 115 plus in UPSC examination. So basically, the way Ansari sir frames the questions and the test series, you may have understood the importance of this test series. But talking about the test series only, how did you find the importance of Ansari sir's discussion as well as the model answers? Can you share with us?
Yes, sir. So first, regarding the questions, Ansari sir frames the questions which can be asked in the examination now.
Right.
He doesn't give the previous year questions and all which are already asked. He will analyze things about what has been asked in the past and now what can be asked in future.
Right.
So that thing is very helpful because the focus then shifts towards those focus areas now. So that is useful. And secondly, as I already mentioned, that the answers, the way sir discusses, for a 3-hour test, he discusses for 5 hours. That's very extensive. For each and every question, he'll provide a solution and he'll provide the way to write the answer and what to include, what not to include. He also give examples in between. So all these things, they work as a value addition. So I like it a lot.
Yes, and yes, I was going through your copies once again, and I could see that you were writing case studies part in ethics paper very good. And you may have, of course, got more marks in the ethics paper because of case studies part only, I believe so. And I would like to know specifically that what extra, let's say, aspects that you put in the preparation of case studies part.
Yes, sir. Sir, it was because of Ansari, sir. He told the method of writing. Earlier, I used to write just merits, demerits, but Ansari sir specifically pointed that we can make a box-like system. And I used to write a point and then the arrows like merits here, demerits here, and including the keywords like merit, maybe there should be a keyword of what kind of value is present and what value is being violated as the demerit. So this system, and secondly, the introduction aspect of a case study can be given with the help of a news or recent example that has been, for example, like there can be drug smuggling. So recent case studies can be mentioned as an introduction. This was also told by sir. So I used to incorporate them in the answer writing. And then in the conclusion, I used to write the way forward and some committees recommendations or mentioning second ARC or NITI's report. So those, they actually helped.
Yeah, talking about the case studies only, and you could observe the huge difference between 2022 paper and 23 paper. In 2022, the case studies were very lengthy, right? And this year, they completely reduced the length also and the number of commands. So, what was your, let's say, strategy within these 3 hours in the examination hall? How could you adopt to the new, let's say, scenario or new situation? What was your approach?
Sir, adapting in 2022 was very difficult because suddenly we see 2-page lengthy case studies. So I already had that mindset now that, okay, they are going to come this way only. And that's why I need to write it faster and incorporate all the points that are being asked. But now, since it was small, so if our mind is trained for something hard and we get something easy,
Right.
then I think we don't need to change the strategy. It's like I can now read the case study for once, even for twice, and then I can underline these the important keywords which are there, and then I used to write, okay, like what is being asked and connecting it all with the examples, with the merits and demerits, with the conclusion. So that was easy this time. I could devote 15 minutes each
Right.
to every case study. So in total, 6 case studies, 15 minutes each. It was done in 90 minutes, and then 90 minutes for the party.
Right. So we got more time here, and that's why more quality answers could be written this time, right?
Yes.
So yes, in the end, I would like to ask you whether did you have any short notes for ethics paper? Do you prepare such notes?
So short notes I have not prepared. I have extensive notes which are around 70 pages long. And what I used to do for revision was I used to highlight the important part in that 70-page notes. So even though 70 pages, I could revise in half an hour because I used to highlight the important aspect as well as the example. That was my strategy.
Okay. Yes, Khushhali. So now I would like to request Abhijit sir, who is mentor and guide for essay paper in Lukmaan IAS. So he would like to interact with you. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Khushhali.
Good
First of
evening,
all,
sir.
lot of congratulations for getting free from the cycles of UPSC examination. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
I'm getting what you want. But of late there has been this realization that essay has become Achilles' heel for the UPSC aspirants. So can you elaborate on this point that exactly what does the demand of the examinations, UPSC essay examinations and how it has changed over the period of 2-3 years?
Yes, sir. So even my marks in essay, they were just 93 in the last attempt, and this time it is 106. So there's a little improvement, but I think that the demand from essay has changed drastically. Initially, what one used to write was just the following the pestle approach. For example, there's an essay, and one used to write different examples in the pestle, like polity, environment, society, and all approach that was utilized. But I have found that UPSC is not awarding marks for that reason. And now, what I have seen and what I have done differently is that first the analysis is required, and then as an example, we can use that pestle approach. For example, last time what I did, there was an essay. You cannot cross the same river twice. So first aspect is the interpretation of the essay. If that is wrong, the whole essay will go wrong, and that was the case with me. I misinterpreted it and very wrongly, and that's why I think I would have hardly got any marks in that. Whatever 93 marks, probably a major part was because of the first essay that I might have written correctly. So this time my focus was I should interpret it correctly, and this time even the topics were kind of easier as compared to last time. So choosing the topic first in the first 10 minutes and then building upon it, it can be done like analyzing the part of the essay, thinking on it, and then writing the examples. So, for example, this time I choose that thinking is like a game, it cannot begin unless there is an opposite team. So I analyze that, okay, why thinking cannot begin and what is the importance of the opposite team. So it helps us in igniting our mind. It creates a fear of losing. So this is the analysis, and then I used to write the example. So that's what I did.
Okay, great. I think that you must have listened to or have attended the Ansari's introduction lectures on the essay because you are a student. So this is what we propose, right? That first write the perspectives and only after support it with the example. Okay,
Exactly, sir.
so okay, so how the evaluation of Lukmaan IAS, particularly the model answers and the pattern of evaluation has helped you in the. I know the score is not good, but it must have given you the basic idea, na, Khushhali?
Yes, sir. That's what I was telling just right now that because the model answers and the discussion, I was able to figure out that what I should write in the essay. For example, not just the examples, but the analysis part, and then this thing examples, and then even the counter part. And that should cover, I think, just 1/5 of the essay that was being told as a remark to me. I was writing the counter part as half of the essay. So that
Okay.
was wrong. So
Uh, so
this thing
nuances
was
and
told
analysis
by,
were missing
yes,
as I was going through your paper again. So I realized
yes,
that some nuances, some different perspectives, some antithesis, and the way forward in conclusion was too long. So these are the issues that which I have realized. Yet, you have achieved tremendous position in your the career of the UPSC examinations. So congratulations once again, sir. Once again. So I would like to hand over the mic to Jahidul, sir, for the final concluding remarks. Okay, Khushhali? Okay, thanks a lot,
yes.
Khushhali.
Thank you, sir.
Khushhali, thank you so much for interacting with us today. And like we congratulate you for securing such a high rank this year. And we wish, let's say, good luck to you for your career ahead. And like you're soon going to join the foundation batch in Labasna. You're going to, let's say, like, go further with your career. So congratulations from the team of Lukmaan IAS. And we wish, let's say, best of luck to you for your future from the team of Lukmaan IAS and from Ansari sir's side also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.